गुड मॉर्निंग स्टूडेंट्स। अब तक हमने एलिमेंट्री कैनाल की स्ट्रक्चर, उसके पार्ट्स और डाइजेस्टिव ग्लैंड्स के बारे में बात की थी। इसके आगे हम डाइजेस्टिव मैकेनिज्म की बात करेंगे कि हाउ द फूड इंजेस्टेड बाय द इंसेक्ट डाइजेस्टेड इन एलिमेंट्री कैनाल। The alimentary canal is concerned with digestion and absorption of food stuff. We know very well. Different parts of gut are concerned with different aspects of these functions. In fluid feeder insects, digestion begins from the food before the food is ingested through the injection or regulation of enzymes onto the food. In general, it occurs in the midgut. Most of the enzymes are produced in the midgut. The enzymes break down the complex substances in the food into simple substances which can be absorbed and assimilated by the membranes of alimentary canal. Enzymes function optimally enzymes function optimally only within limited range of pH and temperature. Absorption of passive process in some cases, but in other active transport occurs. Absorption of water is important in terrestrial insect. Rectum remove water from the feces. Digestion. Food ingested by insect is macromolecular. Polysaccharide, proteins, lipids, phospholipids, glycerides, and glycolipids, etc. Small molecules can only pass into tissues. Large molecules must be broken down into components of suitable size before absorption occurs. These are the fundamental rule of digestion. हम जानते हैं कि जब भोजन जो ग्रहण किया जाता है किसी भी ऑर्गेनिज्म के द्वारा तो मैक्रोमोलिक्यूल्स के रूप में ग्रहण किया जाता है। वो चाहे पॉलीसैकेराइड्स के रूप में है, प्रोटीन्स के रूप में है, लिपिड्स के रूप में है और लिपिड्स में फॉस्फोलिपिड, ग्लिसराइड्स और ग्लाइकोलिपिड्स के रूप में। अब उनको छोटे स्मॉल मॉलिक्यूल्स में तोड़ना होता है और उनको इस रूप में लाना होता है कि जिससे वो आसानी से एब्जॉर्ब किए जा सकें। उसी को डाइजेशन की बात करते हैं। एंजाइम्स कंसर्न विद डाइजेशन इन सलाइवा and in midgut secretions. Also, microorganisms in the gut may facilitate digestion. Enzymes इसमें मदद करते हैं और कुछ माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म होते हैं वो भी इसमें सहयोगी होते हैं। अब हम जानते हैं कि सामान्यतः डाइजेशन दो तरह का होता है। इंटरनल डाइजेशन जैसे हम एक्स्ट्रा इंटेस्टाइनल और एक को कहते हैं हम इंटेस्टाइनल डाइजेशन। When the digestion occurs in the alimentary canal, inside the alimentary canal, that is called intestinal या gut. Digestion occurs within the gut. और यदि उसके बाहर होता है एलिमेंट्री कैनाल के बाहर, जैसे हम कहें एक्स्ट्रा इंटेस्टाइनल डाइजेशन, तो वो किस तरह से होता है। हम यहाँ दोनों तरह की बात करेंगे कि saliva contains enzymes that are injected into the host. Such extra intestinal, जैसे हम कहते हैं extra oral digestion may constitute a major part of the total digestion. In many phytophagas, a pectinase injected into the saliva. This secretion, this enzyme pectinase cause disruption of the plant cell wall that adds penetration of the tissues of the host plant. An amylase is also present in Orthoptera. The salivary enzymes contribute to the early stage of digestion within the gut. The paralysis of the prey is achieved the, the enzymes which are injected into the prey. Proteolytic enzymes persist in the excreta of larval blowflies and the meat in which they lie in liquefied before it is ingested. Enzymes are not present in the saliva of most hematophagous insects. अब हम बात करते हैं when the digestion occurs in the gut or lumen. Gut lumen में या यूं कहें internal digestion. Most digestion occurs in the midgut in which the enzymes are secreted. It also takes place in the crop because of the regulation of the midgut juices. Little digestion occurs in the hindgut. सामान्यतः हम ये बात जानते हैं कि अधिकांश डाइजेशन जो है वो मिड गट में होता है और मिड गट से भी आगे अगर हम बात करें तो मिड गट से डाइजेस्टिव एंजाइम सीक्रेट होने के बाद में वो प्रोवेंट्रिकुलस के थ्रू क्रॉप में पहुंच जाता है क्योंकि क्रॉप में अधिक समय तक भोजन संग्रहित रहता है, इकट्ठा रहता है, इसलिए वहां आसानी से वो एंजाइम्स अपना काम करते हैं. कार्निवोरस, हर्बिवोरस, पैरासाइटिक and saprophagous insects possess a range of enzymes in the midgut. बहुत सारी range. Regardless the feeding habits, most insects must digest carbohydrate, protein, lipids, so they have a similar array of enzymes in the midgut. Nevertheless, the enzymes produced do reflect the type of food eaten by each stage and species. For example, flies that feed on blood which has many proteins, the array of proteolytic enzymes reflect the protein-rich diet, while in Lepidoptera that feed only on nectar, proteolytic enzymes are absent. Even if similar enzymes are present in different species, their activities may reflect the nature of their diet. Digestion of the protein involve endopeptides, which attack peptide bonds within the protein molecules, and exopeptides, which remove the terminal amino acids from the molecules. The principal endopeptides in the majority of insects are the serine protease, trypsin and chymotrypsin, which have serine at the active site. In many Coleoptera and in blood-sucking Hemiptera, the main endopeptides have cysteine or aspartic acid at their active centers. Exopeptidases fall into two categories: carboxypeptidase that attack peptidase from the carboxyl group and COOH, and aminopeptidase that attack the chain from the NH2 end. दो तरह के एंडोपेप्टाइड एंजाइम्स हैं जो कार्बोक्सीपेप्टाइडेज हो गया और एमिनोपेप्टाइडेज. Different insect species, regardless of their feeding habits, possess a range of enzymes in the midgut, but where the diet is specialized, the enzymes present are commonly adapted to it. For example, larvae of blowfly feed primarily on protein diet. Proteases are important यहाँ पर. दूसरा एग्जाम्पल है एडल्ट. लार्वे की बात अलग हो गई. अब अडल्ट की बात करते हैं तो क्या है, नेक्टर फीडर है लेपिडोप्टेरा और दे आर एब्सेंट. मतलब जहां प्रोटीन डाइट प्रेजेंट है लार्वा ऑफ ब्लोफ्लाइज, तो वहां प्रोटीजेज एंजाइम्स इंपॉर्टेंट होते हैं, वहां मिलते हैं। लेकिन जहां पर नेक्टर फीडर होते हैं, फॉर एग्जांपल लेपिडोप्टेरा के अंदर बात कर रहे हैं, तो वहां पर पेप्टाइडेज एंजाइम एब्सेंट होगा। नेक्स्ट, dipeptidase hydrolyze all dipeptides. Some insects are able to digest the animal protein, keratin and collagen. कुछ में ये क्षमता होती है क्रिएटिन और कोलेजन प्रोटीन को डाइजेशन करने की। सामान्यतया क्रिएटिन प्रोटीन, कोलेजन प्रोटीन जो है ये डाइजेस्ट नहीं हो पाते हैं, लेकिन यहाँ कुछ इंसेक्ट में ये क्षमता होती है। क्रिएटिन इज द प्रोटीन फाउंड इन वूल, हेयर, फेदर्स, मेलोफेगा of birds and some dermestid larvae digest is, ये ठीक है। जहां पर ऊल है, हेयर्स हैं, फेदर हैं, उनको डाइजेस्ट करने की क्षमता, उनमें उपस्थित क्रिएटिन को डाइजेस्ट करने की क्षमता मेलोफेगा ऑफ बर्ड्स एंड सम डर्मेस्टिड्स लार्वी के अंदर है। लेपिडोप्टेरा का टीनियोला हैज ए क्रिएटिनेज capable of digesting creatine under aerobic conditions. So the larvae of Hypoderma diptera and some blowflies produce collagenase that acting on the collagen of animal tissues. Hypoderma lays its eggs on hairs of the host and its larvae bore through the skin into the host tissues. So this is all about the digestion of the proteins. Now we are going to discuss about the digestion of carbohydrates. The carbohydrates are most abundant class of organic compounds found in living organisms, you know very well. They originate as products of photosynthesis. An endothermic reductive condensation of carbon dioxide requires light energy and the pigment chlorophyll. CO2 plus H2O plus energy, it gives CnH2nOn plus NO2. Here CnH2nOn is a simple process, is the simple product of carbohydrate, or oxygen is released during the process of photosynthesis. As noted here, the formulas of many carbohydrates can be written as carbon hydrate CnH2ON. Hence, their name carbohydrates are called saccharides. If they are relatively small sugars, several classifications of carbohydrates have proven useful and are outlined as the following. Complexity. Simple carbohydrate complex is carbohydrates, monosaccharides, disaccharides, oligosaccharides, and polysaccharides. Size: tetrose, pentose, hexose, heptose means 4 कार्बन की शुगर है, 5 कार्बन की शुगर है, 6 कार्बन की शुगर है और 7 कार्बन की शुगर है, ये हम जानते हैं। CO function: aldolase sugar having aldehyde group, aldehyde function, or ketose sugar having a ketone function. तो कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स आर जनरली अब्सॉर्ब एज मोनोसैकेराइड्स, ये भी हम जानते हैं, ह्यूमन बीइंग्स में और मैमल्स में भी सब कुछ ऐसा होता है। Disaccharides and polysaccharides must be broken down into their component monosaccharides. This complex reaction takes place in the gut wall. The polysaccharide cellulose can be digested by the phytophagous insect, by which microorganisms present in their gut. Starch and glycogen, the main storage polysaccharides of plant, insect respectively, are digested by amylase. Glucose, carbohydrate have been given non-systemic names, although the suffix is generally used. The most common carbohydrate is glucose, C6H12O6. Applying the term defined above, glucose is a monosaccharide and aldohexose and a reducing sugar. कुछ भी कह लो इसको. Alpha glucosidic link of glucose residue if an hydroxyl group of the anomeric carbon is below the plane of the ring alpha position. If it is above the plane, it is beta position. Disaccharides as maltose, trehalose, and sugar, reducing sugar, all contain glucose residue, which is linked to a second sugar residue by an alpha linkage. All these are hydrolyzed by alpha glucosidases, an enzyme attacking the alpha link of glucose residue. Beta glucosidase, an enzyme attacking the beta link of the glucose residue as cellulobiose, a product of cellulose digestion. The highest beta glucoside activity is found in phytophagous insects. Next, the transglucosylation. Glucose. It is the hydrolysis of carbohydrate. Water is a typical acceptor of the sugar residue. Other sugars may act as acceptors that leads to the formation of oligosaccharides. Thus, in the hydrolysis of sucrose, other sucrose molecules may act as acceptors to form trisaccharides, glucose, sucrose, and maltitose. These may accept further glucose to form tetrasaccharides. Trehalose has no transglucosylation because the relevant enzyme has a high specificity for water as an acceptor. Polysaccharides. Starch and glycogen, the main stored polysaccharides of plant and insects, are digested by amylase that hydrolyze 1,4-alpha glucosidic linkage. Starch is a polymer of glucose found in roots, rhizomes, seeds, stems, tuber, and corms of plants. As microscopic granules having characteristic shape and size. Most animals, including humans, depending on these plant starches for nourishment. The structure of starch is more complex than that of cellulose. The intact granules are insoluble in cold water. Starch is a mixture of amylose 1,6 plus amylopectin. Starch is broken down to maltose. Glycogen is broken down into glucose. Polysaccharides are broken down by the action of amylase that specifically catalyze the hydrolysis of 1,4-alpha glucosidic linkage in polysaccharides. These are two types of amylase working in different way. An exoamylase splits off maltose from the end of two starch molecules, adding to a rapid increase in the concentration of maltose. An endoamylase attacks bonds within the starch molecules, so there is a slow buildup of maltose to start with. The products are then further digested in normal way by alpha glucosidase. Amylose is unbranched polymer of alpha D-glucose. Polysaccharides. Cellulose is a major constituent of green plants, but although many insects are phytophagous, few of them are able to utilize cellulose. A minority of insects have an enzyme cellulase, so the insect must either feed on cell contents without digesting the cell wall, or they must rely on microorganisms to digest the cellulose for them. A cellulase has also been identified in Cysticerca and its activities like because the food passes through the alimentary canal too quickly. Cellulose is a linear polyglucose formed by beta-1,4-glycosidic linkage. Cellulase act by breaking cellulose into cellulobiols, which further hydrolyzed by the beta-glucosidases. Larvae of Scaraboidea have no cellulase as they feed on the rotten wood. The wood is retained in a pouch in the hindgut by branched spines arising from the intima. In the pouch, the bacteria is ingested with the wood continue and to ferment it. The digested food also absorbed through the wall of the pouch as between spines. The intima is very thin. The termite soldiers, larvae and workers also feed on wood. There is a permanent gut flora and fauna concerned with cellulose digestion, such as termites, that depends on the flagellate protozoans or on fungi. Lipid digestion. So very little is known about the lipid digestion in insect. Midgut cells produce several different esterases which probably have specificity for different substrate. Lipid is usually ingested mainly in the form of triglycerides. Digestion involves the production of smaller molecules of diglycerides, monoglycerides, and free fatty acids. Lipases cleavage insoluble glycerides of long chain fatty acids, esterases which act on glycerides of short chain acids. A number of esterases are present in insects. Phosphatase probably contribute to the digestion of phospholipids. Control of enzyme activity. The level of enzyme activity in the gut varies in insects which feed at frequent intervals. Like caterpillars and grasshoppers, enzyme activity fluctuates with the state of feeding. Protease activity persists at a lowered level in the gut lumen of Melanoplus during a period without food, but rises when food is ingested. Enzyme activity also changes with development and season. The changes in enzyme activity which occurs indicate that synthesis is regulated physiologically. Three possible regulatory mechanisms are known. Enzyme secretions or the production may be induced by the food or its products directly stimulating the midgut cells. Thank you. This is all about the digestive mechanism of the insects.